Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's your mystic. We're going to delve deep tonight. It's 11:07 p.m. UK time. Heading towards the witching hour. And I believe I've just gone live now on YouTube. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's heading towards the witching hour. Hello, hello. Hi, Wanda. How are you doing? Hi, Wendy. Strange times, eh? Strange times. Hiya, James. Hiya, Mary. Hiya, Blondie, Desi, Frankie, Lady Mirth, Alanum, Frosty Girl. Evening, Dee. So I'll just get my coffee. Wait for a few to come on and then we'll ring the bells. Well, I don't know about you guys. Hiya, Teddy, but it's very heavy at the moment. How many people are feeling like there's something not quite right? It's so heavy, the energy, isn't it? Crazy times. Keep freezing now, sound's gone. Really? Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us, guys. Very heavy energy, isn't it? Can you hear us okay? Yeah? Oh, that's good. It's back. It might have been your internet, Wendy. Where are you? Internet was lagging for a moment. All right, unless it's just a global thing. Well, we're going to do something very special tonight. The first half, I'm going to look into world predictions for you all. And I thought we'd take the opportunity, because you are all psychic. I know you are all intuitive. And if you want to participate, we're all going to gather into a circle of light and we're going to raise the frequency on this planet tonight. I think it's about time we started doing something. What do you think? Hiya, bitty boy. It's a crazy atmosphere at the moment, isn't it? It is. So I thought, and it would be good healing for you as well. It'll help you just to open your psychic eye, get you all grounded, get you safe. And I've got this meditation thing I'm going to do for you. And we'll see what happens. But I thought if we all gather together, that's the power of numbers. I thought we could raise the vibration to stop whatever's going on in Canada. I'm going to look into it as well. Okay. And all the crazy weather and all the crazy stuff what's happening. And I thought the power of light, might block this darkness, eh? Yes, and I'm going to talk about the alien landing. Now, I was watching, I can't believe you've said that. I was watching something on the news last night on YouTube on one of the US channels. Wait till I find it. I thought, there's something off with this. It doesn't seem right. Now, wait till I get it up. I'll go into my history. Let's go into my history. Okay. Right, where is it? Las Vegas. Is that what you're talking about? Very strange. Wait a minute. Don't want to play that. So, basically, there was a family. Oh, thank you. I've just put a plum dye on it, but it looks like I've made my scalp go. Can you see it? Bit pink. You can't really tell unless you're in the sunlight. I only ever wash my hair when I come on here, guys. You'd laugh if you'd seen us naturally. I'm like I've been dragged through the hedge backwards. Anyway, so there was a family in Las Vegas. And apparently there was an explosion in the sky, people seen it. And then apparently, according to this young lad who was in the family, he's seen these alien beings in his garden. And then it was on the news, and they blocked it out, which I thought was a bit strange. They wouldn't let we look into the garden because they said it was privacy. Well, it's never stopped them before, the press, has it? And the police over there. So I just thought that was a bit weird. So there's something not quite right. So I'm going to look into that as well. Has anybody else heard about that? So there was an explosion in the sky. Somebody seen loads of people apparently seen it coming from the sky. And then there wasn't just the young lad, there was a few of them. Had seen them looking through the window. They were in the backyard and they were tall and they had big eyes. So if they crashed in the garden, there would have been fragments left in the garden, wouldn't there? Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm thinking, is that why the news network wouldn't let us see it in the garden? So we'll look into that and we'll see if it's a hoax or if it's not. Or are the police seen it? All right, the police seen the crashed stuff, did they? You'll have to fill us in. 8-foot tall beings. They look like reptilian creatures. I mean, I thought I was watching something from a movie last night when it came up. And funny enough, you're gonna laugh at this because I wasn't on. Was that online? Oh yeah, I did a video last night, didn't I? But I was just in the chat. Me looking glass. Beforehand, I had rushed along to Morrison's supermarket. I just live over the road from it because I fancied some cake, just like box cake. I was having this craving, so Adam was in bed and it's open till 10 o'clock. So it was starting to get dusk. So I ran, I come out, I live on a walkway. It's just like 12 houses on the street. And I have to go underneath the subway and then I pass the library and off I'm running with my little purse in my hand, and I'm off and running to get my cakes and my biscuits and my goodies. And I gets them and I comes out of the place and it was getting quite dark. And I had this really strange vision. This is no word of a lie. That I was walking back down towards the subway and I seen in my mind's eye that these UFOs were just bursting through the atmosphere like something off Close Encounters. And everybody was running away and running to the houses and panicking. And then the vision was that I couldn't get back home and I had to run to the chip shop. And the lasses and the lads in the chip shop I was trying to ring Adam to wake him up, but to tell him not to go out of the house, and it was all over the news and that. And I thought, why would I get such a strange vision like that? So anyway, I gets back in the house and I'm thinking I'm just being ridiculous. Gets back in the house and then I puts it on and it comes up like an hour later. And I don't know if I've had a premonition, but I've seen it in the UK. I didn't see it in the US. Very strange. Very, very strange. Hi, Georgina. So it was in Vegas. So I'm going to look into that. I must look into Canada. I'm going to go straight into Canada because I'm very concerned. And loads of people have emailed us. So I'm going to look into that for you. And then we're just going to do a normal world predictions. Maybe you can ask us some questions and that. So there is a video of a light descending. But wouldn't you think, this is when I can't, if you had you don't think when something like that happens because I've caught it on my camera before. But wouldn't you think if they were like peering through the window and they were in their backyard, you think the lad would have got like some footage on it on his phone, unless the FBI had been and taken it away. You just don't know, do you? They wouldn't video the patio. And there's a lot of strange things happening. So let's delve tonight. I've got my crystal ball. She's been in the garden. And it's a very weird energy over here. Like, it's weird weather. It started off last week. What day are we now? Beginning of the week. And the weekend, it was really hot. And it's been all dark and grey skies. Majority of the week. And on Wednesday when I went out, because I went out to see my mother with being Paul's memory, the sky was nearly black. And I thought, well, it looks like it's going to be a thunderstorm, but nothing happened. So I've got the crystal ball, so I'm going to look into it. I don't believe they're natural, but we're going to just double check it and I'll see what the cards have to say as well. So something's off, and why would I get a strange vision like that? I just thought that was really, really weird. But I've been seeing this for a while, they're already here. And then I thought, well, if there isn't any crashed ships in his backyard, maybe you just don't know, do you? With the technology, you don't know if it can disperse itself or anything. Yeah, you just don't know, do you? But I always thought there was something off in 2018 with the Sunspot Observatory. I'll still say that. Something was going on there. And it's not long after that we had all this woo-woo what was happening. So I'm dressed quite official today. I've got my pearls on. I don't know. I was getting ready and I just felt I had to dress official. Don't ask me why. Maybe something big's coming out or some important news, but I just go with what my guides tell us to do. Maybe they've just landed. Let's check it out. So we'll start with the cards. All right, I'll start with the healing circle first. There's an important night tonight, okay? We've got to get this right. Sam Illusionist had a video about Canada. Ooh, I'll have to check that one out. And if anybody who's not on my Twitch, I was going to clip it, but it is on Twitch. I channeled an alien being, humanoid, very nice guy, and he was trapped by the US government. He was trapped in this underground facility, and I've seen other ones on foot trying to get him. So, you know, it's like they aren't always bad. They could be being held here by ransom, you know, just like people. You have frankincense burning, that's nice. Okay, and of course, Dr. Stephen Greer is going to be having a big one. I think it's the 25th. He's having a big sort of conference about it all. You've got to pay for the ticket, like, but I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted to go and watch it. Anyway, let's start. So for people coming in new, I invoke all the angels and the archangels. Well, the 4 archangels, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael and Michael. I work with Michael a lot, and I've started working with Uriel a lot. Okay, and I actually channeled Gabriel as well on Twitch last Sunday as well. And they're very close at the minute with humanity. The veil is so thin. So thin. So I channel, I do quite a lot of channeling on there as well, not just on here. But I invoke the angels in, and I'm going to invoke my guides in, and to put the circle of light around her. Anybody who needs healing, because I've just done a Reiki prayer before I've come online, you can write the name of the person what needs the healing, or an animal, or any situation, and you will receive the healing. Okay, this is timeless, so you will receive the healing. Is it the June the 25th? That should be a good one, shouldn't it? So let's start. And may peace be with you all. Yeah, the seraphim. Interesting. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, E2I, and Ra. And anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit realm or the fairy realm, any realm to bring truth tonight. May this circle of light be casted. We are protected, and so is our families and our animals, our loved ones. Let's begin. So be it. Amen. Oh yes, Big Daddy Raw. I know Chola hasn't been about for a bit, has she? And A2I's been bugging us, and anybody who, I'll just get comfortable, anybody who doesn't know who A2I is, he's a ball of light. He's pure light. And he escaped a program which he told me that they were putting souls, spirits, pure spirits, into a technology for weaponry. He escaped, and he's been like my little mate since. When he comes through in 3D, he looks like a little mini UFO. If anybody's been following us for a long time, the old intro I used to have, what everybody used to like, it was a bit long, but it was fab. And it had a little dancing UFO. That was A2I. Okay? And there's many of them. And they're called the machine elves. And they have, some of them have escaped. And they are helping to intercept, they're turning against this darkness to help us. Because they know that this technology is coming in. They know, we can't stop this. We have to try to navigate through it. But they can help us. They can protect us through the machines, the internet. They're lovely little creatures, okay? And sometimes you can catch them on CTV. So you can get orbs. But normally with the machine elves, they look like a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? And you can see them flying around and stuff like that, and be caught on cameras and stuff like that. So A2I is really, really sweet. And he's been around us a lot, and he's been saying that the veil, it is now. He keeps saying it is now. It's happening now. And it's like we are at a point on Earth where science is going to meet religion. That's where we are now, and it is really, really exciting. Don't forget, they've treated a lot like children. They've held a lot of stuff back from when it's all been about greed and money. So I think we could be shocked if we knew what technology was out there. Yeah, A2I is really, really cool. And so I get a lot of information, and he gives us lyrics from songs. It's his little thing he likes to do, or poems or whatever, and information as well. Sometimes he comes with us when I'm doing my remote viewing and stuff like that. So there's many of them. They're called the machine elves. So let's start. Okay. You will receive the healing tonight. Let's get a coffee before I start. It's decaf coffee, by the way, guys. I'm still off the coffee. I really don't know how I've done it. I was a hardened drinker of coffee. Heavy Italian coffee, nobody's business, and I had to stop because of palpitations, and I don't know how I've done it. I went through extreme withdrawal, and now I'm through the other side, and so, and I'm putting on the weight because of it, and so it must be a diuretic. Maybe his coffee acts as a diuretic. Okie dokie. Right. Yeah, it was espressos. I was drinking loads of them, Georgina. What's true? What's true, Grammy? I'm going to look into Canada. It's very important. And before we start, I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody in Canada, that they are protected with the blood of Jesus Christ, with divine light, with the Holy Spirit, that they are protected from any harm, from any negative entities or energies, on world, off world, that they are kept safe, their family, their properties, their animals, their land, their water. Canada, there's a lot of fires. So we're going to look into that, okay? And that they are kept safe and that they stop soon. Amen. Worrying times, eh, guys? Rennie, LJ, look into the blood type. I can have coffee being beneficial, but not tea. All right, I will do that because I feel a lot healthier since I've been on tea, mind. So much better. Drink loads of tea now. Okay, not too much, mind. Not after the tea leaf situation I did with the star signs. I was like high as a kite because it's pure tea when you're not drinking the tea bags. It's pure tea. Right, Canada. Give me some true answers, Jed. It's like he's standing there and I've got White Buffalo and they've got like, White Buffalo's got like a peace pipe in his hand and he's smoking a peace pipe. Karma. It's all karma what's going to take place. It does make a difference when you cut the coffee down, doesn't it, Michael? Oh, I love tea. Right. There's a chance. Let's pull some cards out. I'll just put my crystal ball there. Put that over there so it doesn't get broken. What is Buffalo smoking? Is it? I believe it's just tobacco. I really don't know. It's whitish looking. Hiya, Bjorn. Coffee comes from a bean, Cynthia. I never thought I could have given it up. I don't know how I've done it. This should be fun, shouldn't it? Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Right, so we've got the World card, what's come up first. So it's not just going on in Canada, it's going to be going on all over, all right? And as above and below. And when I look at that, I feel it's as if like it's not just happening in our visible sight. Yeah, I drink hot chocolate. It's not just happening in our visible sight. It's happening without we're not knowing, okay? And I've talked about the beings before, which are the keepers of earth, which I feel are already here, because I was talking about the guide stones on Sunday night as well, which I'm going to be clipping for you. The Ten of Swords is something very dodgy, and we've got the Tower. So, it's definitely not good what's been happening. Now, if it be nature, I'm going to pull the other cards out. But that's like on purpose, isn't it? The Tower. So there's some deceit there. And of course the Ten of Swords upside down is ruin and... What else have I got? We've got the Justice upside down. We've got the Little Children of Earth and we've got the Seven of Swords. Has this been going on for the last 3 weeks or 3 months? Okay. So we've got the Victory. But I'm actually not getting that with the bad guys. I'm getting that with the good guys. So I'm going to look at what is going on. So I would say that we've got to try and keep calm. Like I always say to us Brits, keep calm and carry on. I'll look into that as well for you, to do with the power plant in Ukraine. So the Victory card's coming out. So let's pull some more cards out on top of them. Right, so they're trying to... This is unbelievable. I've got the Harvest. And we've got an upside down moon. My God. Right, okay. So we've got the harvest here. So that's like new earth, and that's what we are capable of doing. We are capable of being self-sufficient. We are capable of putting the work and the love back into the land. And they know that, okay? And it's not just about us, they know now that we are that switched on, that we don't have to rely on the supermarkets. We could go out there and grow our own stuff if we wanted to. Do you know what I mean? And also to affect the farmers as well. So I would say that this has been their agenda to stop this, because it's like a control thing. And it's definitely nasty. It's like I've got the moon upside down. So there's some deceit connected with this. So your suspicions are correct. All right. So and then of course it's like, so they can disable humanity and cause them to be like needy, to need the system or need whatever is going on. Okay. That's Mother Earth. That's Gaia. We've got the High Priestess there, but she's like, this is nature. This is what needs to be protected. And I've been saying this for a while. You can't have the light without having the dark. And we've got there's a war going on, like it's spiritual what's happening at the minute, okay? So we need to raise this vibration tonight and try to put some light around this beautiful globe, all right? Where there is a lot of bad people, and I would say controllers, there's a lot far more good people on this planet. So we need to gather in numbers and we need to do something about this, all right? Okay, so it's definitely been money related. And I don't even think it's one particular country. I think it goes beyond that. It goes beyond it goes behind governments. Does that make sense? It's a war between good and evil. But there's going to be problems there, and disabling the land. Trudeau knows more. So I believe that for people who are living in Canada, yous will be all right. Okay, I mean, obviously stay vigilant. Is the wildfires more in the rural areas or more in the town? Oh, thank you, Holly. I've just put a colour on it. Plum, like a plum. Is it more in the rural areas or is it more in the town? Quebec North. So the world needs love and she needs protected. This is so true, Holly. Lots of wood. And of course, there's a lot of wood in Canada with the trees and that, isn't there? Rural forest areas. So do they not have in Canada, like we do over here, you would have like the fire brigade going up in with helicopters and spraying it from the air? So it's the Aboriginal communities. Okay, so when we're in these situations, it's never labelled. Can you hear us okay? Because it's going a bit shushy on here. It's never labelled as WW111. I believe it's just, I believe it's definitely happening. Do you know what I mean? And it's been going on for a while, this. Yeah, but you would think that with the USA, they were, like the likes of Biden would send in the troops there to help, wouldn't you? It's like Canada's their neighbour, really. You would think something like that would happen. So Joe's already sent in help, has he? Well, I think it's a bit, they should have been a bit quicker, shouldn't they? But never mind. I just believe that for the people of Canada, let's see about this smoke. So there's Trudeau, and he's not being completely truthful because he knows more. That's like, I know it's the lovers cards, okay? But when the lovers cards comes out in a reading, when you're asking it a question, it's like some big news is to come out. So, but that's nourishing of the land. And there's the angel over the top. So we need to understand that they're not, whatever they're trying to do, they're not going to succeed. They're not going to succeed. Okay, that's interesting. I'm getting Ukraine for some unknown reason, and I don't know how the connection is there. There's a connection. Big wood economy, yeah. So I look at that and I just think that it's definitely to affect industries. Definitely. All right, but I'm getting it's internal. But they may turn around and say something else, or they'll try and blame it on the atmosphere, that type of thing. It's a bit of everything, all right? But I do believe that there's, I'm seeing beams, guys. I'm seeing like beams. Let's pull some more out. You have to stay positive. I do believe it's going to sort out. Is it beams? Okay. That's somebody good coming in. Maybe there's going to be announcements and it's going to be on news. I don't think it's out of the woods yet, and I think that there could be more announcements where some people have to leave a town or around the surrounding area. Okay, but something's going to come from the smoke, and I don't know what it is. Okay, that's like somebody coming in making an announcement. Could be a woman. Yeah, it's a. When people have asked, is it alien? It's a human man war. It's not man against alien. But questionable because you don't know who some of them are, do you? It's very smoke and mirrors here, but there's a lot of there's a battle going on at the minute. It's really, really strange. I don't know why I got Ukraine. But we've got the 8 of Wands upside down. We've got the 7 of Cups upside down. There's some big news to come out by tomorrow or within the one. We've got the 5 of Wands, which is a loss. We've got the 3 of Swords. Whatever's going on is going to correct itself within the 2 months from now. So whatever's happening around Ukraine, there's something else to come out, and I don't know if it's to do with Ukraine. Round about the time something else comes out, or there's a connection. All right, there's a connection, but I'm getting something definitely to do with trade. It's trade. It's been to cause a trade problem or a lack of. 5s are losses. Will the people of Canada be okay? We've got the 9 of Wands, so there's a little bit more to come. It's like a restriction, and there could be something what could come from this. But I'm not just seeing it in Canada, I'm seeing it elsewhere as well. Yeah, Queen Wanda, yeah. So I feel there's a connection. It's all connected. Something about information to come out as well. And I don't know if it's through something being leaked. Watch for that. Yeah. The environment is we need to protect the environment as well, don't get us wrong. But this is a little bit more deepy and doodier, you know what I mean? Deepy and doody, should I say. I keep dropping them tonight, don't I? Who's that? Okay. Now I don't know if colours in Canada is what the hell's that on me thumb? I don't know if colours in Canada, but would Trudeau be like blue, not red? That's somebody on the other political side of the party who's getting quite there's going to be announcements, and I see crew, I see fire crew, and I see like they're saying like state of emergency or something like that. And packages and packages. I'm being shown packages. Trudeau is red. All right then. Wait a minute. Well, it's like I don't know if he's saying something and it's not going down well. Do you know what I mean? Blue is Pierre. Okay. It had to be done. It was part of a plan, and it was created to cause something. And it's coming to an end. We may have it for a few more months, okay? But it's like part of a plan, and he knew about it. He knew about it. And it was the Seven of Pentacles, like pushed into a corner. I said this a few months back. I said that that he had to do something. He didn't even know if he wanted to do it, and he was pushed into a corner. But, there's free will. But, when it's all about this and power and stuff like that. So he's going to be the one who's going to be making an announcement, Trudeau. At the same time, there's going to be some big news. I believe that could be the Vatican. There's a lot going off all at the same time. Don't believe that everything that you see is fact. There's more going on behind the scenes. There's the clothes. So when I look at that, there's the child on the bank. I've said this before. You've got the owl, like the mystic owl above, protecting the baby. And there's the Grim Reaper. But the Grim Reaper can't get to the baby. There's the Canadian trees, look. And I said in my last video, which was last night, my looking glass, and I talked about a green flag, and people were saying, it's this country, that country, but I want to say it's a green flag with a pine tree on, and you need to look at that. Okay. Symbolism. They're not going to win. They've been trying to ruin the economy. And something's going to become very apparent within the one. Lebanon, I don't know. I got green flag with a white pine tree on. Green flag with a white pine tree on. Google that, guys. And then Google Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Green flag with a white flag. I'll show you. Or is it a pine cone? Give me 2 minutes. When I'm doing my undergrounds, I'll give you little sort of things for you to work out. Right, wait a second. Green flag, pine tree. An appeal to heaven. Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Don't know why that's gone like that. And I've gone. It's all gone back to front. Very strange at the moment. It's a Christian thing, but there's laws connected with it. And it's also to do, and I'm going to say this right, the Knights of Columbus. So whatever's going on in the front in the news, there's more going on behind the scenes. Okay. And it's to do with laws and stuff like that. There was an American flag, a Christian flag, and a third that I have never been seen before. It was an appeal to heaven. It was the old. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. It's all to do with power and honesty and people taking back their rights. Okay, and it's got something also to do with the King of England as well. But I'll let you Google that and check that out and do your own homework on that. Lincoln had premonitions, exactly. So we've got two choices. We're either feed into the anger, feed into the torture and the torment, or we're going to raise this vibration tonight. I think these are like different events what's going to be taking place, but I'm not just saying like raise the vibrations. I'm not saying we're all party, but try not to feed into it. Easier said than done when you're in the midst of it all. World announcements are coming. Raise the vibes, yes. We'll have to try and keep our frequencies up. I'm funny, when I turned that over, I got Kamala Harris. Very strange. Maybe there's some news coming in with her. Or she's going to be standing next to Biden when there's an announcement, you know, going, ha, 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 like that. Ha, 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 ha. Maybe it's that. But there's a world announcement coming. High vibrations, guys. High vibrations. Okay. Where else could these fires take place? It's good to laugh. You've got to laugh. I might have to get my crystal ball out here. I get a very Ukraine feeling with there, you know. So it could be around that area, because I mean they've got a lot of like it's the poor farmers, it's the poor people what get it, isn't it? In places where there's grain, that's where you need to be looking at. So what industries is going on in Canada? Maple syrup and stuff like that, isn't it? So rich, the land there, you know. So big, Canada, it's huge. But I believe there's something going on underground in Canada as well. Remember that guy who went missing when he said he seen the giant coming out of the mountain? It was a YouTuber. And then all of a sudden he went missing. Then he said it wasn't true. And then all of a sudden he disappeared. Very strange. So I want to say that there's more sightings to come. More sightings to come. More sort of events to come off. was weird, that, wasn't it? But we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So I would say that there's lots of different events to come off with, like fires and stuff like that. Crazy weather and stuff like that. I also want to say protection. I want to put around Italy. It's coming through really, really. I don't know why I'm sort of seeing that as Rome. I'm sort of seeing that as old Earth. You know, like Agatha. But I'm seeing that as Rome there. But there's the angels, the baby angels, and they're protecting the planet. And there's the 4 archangels protecting all the corners around the planet. There's something I just can't put my finger on, but I'm getting Italy tonight. And I'm also getting major landslides and weather problems to come in around Pakistan and stuff like that. It's definitely money related to do with Canada. There's something else to come out in a separate place somewhere out there in the world. And then it'll sort of fit into place why. It'll sort of make sense why. It's like we're all detectives and we're all trying to work it out. But that's like the money unplugged. There's some tit for tat going on as well. You know, these crazy lunatics with the stuff where they go blowing up stuff, you know, just for power and stuff like that. But it's Mother Earth what's getting hurt. The Mother Earth what's getting hurt. And we need to protect ourselves. Maybe it's a message for people out there who are living in the Canada area. You know, maybe there needs to be new vigilante groups or, you know, like Dog the Bounty Hunter, you know, and people getting together and night watching these forests and things like that. There's something strange going on. But remember that time in Canada when there was that sort of strange thing what happened and the tree was just left. You know? The 7 of Wands. That doesn't mean we haven't got to look after the planet. What I'm saying to you is that there is nasty stuff going on as well. Does that make sense? I believe I'm a great thing in banning the plastic and it shouldn't be going in the sea and it's poisoning the fish and it's poisoning our food chain and it's horrible and things like that. But at the same time, this is not natural what's coming out. That's what I'm feeling. So be as green as you want, guys. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is there's more going on here. Definitely so. Hiya, Lance. So there's people to come forward in Canada, dear me. Hormones, guys, hormones. Canada and surrounding areas of different countries who are going to sort of get like these great ideas and coming forward. So this is teething problems. So there's a lot of darkness happening, but there's light to come. Remember, energy doesn't stay. It moves all the time. Sounds quite exotic, that, didn't it? What did I say? Canada. I like that. Canada sounds exotic. Oh dear me. Hot flush. Okay. Yeah, so there's a younger generation coming forward, even people in their 30s. And coming forward with new ideas. You just don't know what goes on in the forests deep, the dead of night, do you? You really don't. I tell you what I am getting is more lockdowns. And if it's not, it's like a situation like a ABS or something where they're saying stay indoors. I know they've already tried that one with Canada with the smoke, which is understandable. You don't want to be breathing in smoke. But there's more of that to come. And I'm questioning, is it because something else is going on the streets? So let's pull some cards out. Canada. You see, there's a dictionary and then there's Louise's dictionary. Okay. The haze is horrible in the US, not funny. Oh, I know. Well, yeah, there'll be a lot of pollution. I mean, look at China. They're the ones what's pushing all of this, and we're all trying our best, but they're just doing all that power plants and burning that fuels over there. You know what I mean? Right. 9 of cauldrons, 8 of rods. What was the question again, guys? What was the question I was going to look at? There's more events to come. Oh, yeah, what they're up to. There's a bit of everything going on here. There's a frequency energy thing going on. There's something going on to do with technology we don't know. Could be like a weaponry thing we don't know. It's going off in the air and the atmosphere. There's a lot of witchy stuff happening as well at the minute. But because we're all ascending, we're all coming into our true self. So you'll have a lot of people who are, realising that they're druids and they're shamans and, healers. But you'll have people who'll be rising into the darkness as well. There's a big divide here because it's a free will world. So it's about we're becoming more psychic and more sensitive. So we haven't got to feed into that. We've just got to concentrate on what we need to do and concentrate like the woman with her broom there. She's just sweeping away the muck in her own backyard. She's not taking notice of what's going on around her. It's like us buttling down and preparing. The poor koalas. Oh yeah, I love the little koalas. But we're all protected. So there could be a shortage of food this year because of trade. So there's lots of little intermittent things happening around the globe. We've got this, what's not little, but it's Canada, and then there's other places to take place here. But this is what we've always been used to, was, grabbing our drumsticks from the supermarket and our vegetables. There could be a shortage here. But there's been too much greed in this world anyway. Do you know what I mean? So we need to prep. We've wasted a lot of food. We've wasted tons and tons of food. But what's coming out here is we are becoming more spiritual. Manufactured shortage, definitely. But more giving and more spiritual, like the shepherd, like Jesus, like that Christ consciousness energy. We're giving. And look how he's grounded. He's got his red suit on. He's grounded. He's got his staff there. And he's living off the land there. But he's got his hand out. It's like acceptance. So remember, you can't change the enemy, how they tick. But you can change the way it affects you. And I know that's easier said than done. We've got the Fool card. When the Fool card comes out, it means that you're protected. So we haven't got to be in fear. We haven't got to feed into the negativity, because remember, everything's frequency, everything's energy. Did the Atlanteans fall because of greed? Oh yeah, definitely. So there's been a lot of dark stuff what's been happening, underground stuff, for a long, long time. And it'll take a long, long time to clear this up because there's so much happening, and it's going to take a while to clear things up. I love that. It always reminds us when the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. The wise old man. And people keep saying, Louise, who is it, Louise? And I really don't know. I just know that it's a great vision, I say, like a great prophecy. And it's coming in from source. And it is not just snow. He's standing and you're talking blizzards here. Yeah? But he's coming in with wise words. And who's to say he's human? Who's to say it's on this planet? It could be that it's across world screens. Or it could be somebody coming forth about alien disclosure. The Canada-Ukraine link. I'll check that for you. Mum, I've got to be careful what I say, Queen Wanda. Is it to do with little ones? That's happening all over. I'll be honest with you, that's happening all over. This is something else. This is something else. It's underground black market stuff, smuggling. I really don't know, but there's something else going on. It's not just that. Two of Rods. So if they can have one like that, you see, then they can take global control, but that's not going to happen. So we've got to fight. And let's face it, there has been this on this planet. There's the working class, the rich, the working class. And the working class are really feeling it now, aren't they? And then you've got the poor. And it shouldn't be like this. Just look at everything what's happened over the last year. People can't pay the gas bills or the electric bills. They can't afford to feed their families. Shouldn't be. When people like two-parent families are having to work, it's just not on. So the world's very unfair. And when these greedy, big gas tycoons, you know, these rich billionaires are getting richer and richer and richer. And the people, little old grannies who can't eat because they've got to keep warm. Look at all the squaddies on the streets, you know, who fought for the countries and the allies all over the world. And then they're on the streets and they don't get the help when they come out of the forces. The system's broken and it needs to change. But it takes the voice of people. Oh, I'm so sorry, Queen Wanda. Oh, bless her. So Queen Wanda on Twitch. Louise, I closed my company today after 15 years. God love you. Do you know what it is? I hope and I pray that you will be blessed from tonight and you are going to, something beautiful is going to happen for you. Okay. So, I want to say that we've got darker individuals doing all of this and the tentacles coming off with the mafia links and they're all making money, underground systems, but there is good people trying to sort this out behind the scenes. There is some luck to come Wanda's way. I'm feeling it. And for anybody in the audience who's really, really struggling, I just want to send you gypsy wishes of luck, okay, what's going to hit your homes and bring you lots of blessings, all right? Rub your hands like that, all right? And you'll receive money or whatever that you need. Remember, it's all about the law of attraction. Okay, that's the Middle East. I'm going to get my ball out in a minute and have a little look. The Knight of Wands here, I'm getting very Middle Eastern. And there's a lot of activity going on over there. There's something I can't seem to put my finger on tonight. I'm going to look into Iran and what's going on there. But I'm also feeling Syria, Afghanistan. But I'm also getting like Saudi Arabia, where all the rich people are. There's a lot of power there. Okay. A lot of deals are being made, should I say. Let's pull some cards out for the Middle East. 15 years is a long time to run a business. Maybe you need a rest, Wanda. Maybe there's something else better coming in for you. You ever thought of that? Where the darkness is getting people, the light is coming in. There's always light after darkness. Never change. It never stays like that. Never stays. Middle East. It's gold. It's all about the gold, guys. It's all about the gold. So Queen Mondash is working on watercolours and I'm enjoying it. That's beautiful. Yeah. Just do things, everybody do things that you like to do. There's something going on in Iran, in Afghanistan, and it's not just on the surface. Okay. There's an event to take off, and I want to go around that area, and there could be problems with refugees and coming over the borders. A lot of people, but they know this. They're prepping for this. I said this in my world predictions. Everything's like a show. Why is Rishi Sunak sailing in the Channel? Stating that the borders are very protected now, and he's making this grand sort of announcement. It's so they can come out on top. So it's the Tory party have saved the day. But there is something here. I'm not saying they all know it, but some of them know it. I know that's the study card, but as I look at that, I just feel we could have power outages as well, that type of thing. And look there, that looks like Big Ben in the background there. I want to see if Big Ben's going to go digital, actually. Darkness is going to come to, I want to say, across Europe and the UK. That was another flash I had. I hope it doesn't happen because you have different timelines. But I felt there was this situation where they had to turn the street lights off. So that we couldn't be seen. And I got a feeling of WW2, that type of energy. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. So Joe's doing the same as Rishi, reading from the same script, yeah. Because, they meet up. They all meet up and then they have these plans. And it's all a movie. Yes, Iran's got hidden gold. Other places have as well. Africa has. North Korea has. That's what the dynasty's about. The Kim dynasty, way back, they found the gold. And they don't like it that they've got the gold. So they'll try to make them out to be bad. So I think it's going on in Russia as well. It's all about the gold. Everything's about an opium and stuff like that. Because they want world control. So they don't want people to be sovereignty with gold and stuff like that. It just reminds us of the film The Three Kings. I don't know if anyone's seen that. It's got that famous actor in The Three Kings. It's a really good film. And it was all about Saddam Hussein's gold. So as you look at the mountains in Afghanistan, it's where the people live and they have the little homes and the caves in the mountains and stuff like that. But there is this futuristic place underneath. There is tunnels. There is, and I believe there's a Stargate in Iran. I really, really do. George Clooney was in, it's a good film. Yeah, George Clooney, Holly, yeah. So it's will control that I don't feel they're going to get. They're going to get some of it, but not all of it. And like I say, it's not going to be like it is in the movies where like all the bad guys are revealed and then it's all roses, flowers around the door. This is a slow drip, drip, drip thing in. Does that make sense? I mean, I've got 2 years here. I've got 2 years before things will correct. Or a lot comes out in the open. Paper shortage. Again, paper comes from trees, doesn't it? But there'll be protests because there's some big news. There's announcements come in, and I see Trudeau making an announcement, and I see the people of Canada are not very happy. Not very happy. I would say this week, tomorrow's interesting, but next week's very, very interesting. I'm getting this feeling, guys, and I can't seem to get rid of it. And the last time I felt like this, it was before the Queen passed. It's like that feeling. It's like there's something big coming or an announcement. That's the feeling I'm getting. And of course, we're coming into the summer solstice, so again, it's like try to be around nature. Try to get your bare feet in the ground, you know, if you can. I've got a very dear friend what lives in Canada in the woods and that. He's self-sufficient. He lives with the Native Americans. He's got a wolf he rescued. She's gorgeous. He's called Colin, and he comes on here sometimes. And he's got crops and everything, you know, so it's a worry for people who are living out there. State of emergency I'm getting. I'm going to pull 3 more cards out. Yeah, she's a lovely wolf. He rescued her as a baby, and it's like his pet. She's huge. She looks like Lady Direwolf. She's absolutely gorgeous. And when something is going on, they're very tuned in animals, wolves. She'll like go outside and howl. You're like, woo, like howls. She's like a silver white. She's beautiful. Lots of school children in Canada, and then I don't know why I'm getting something about schools, unless it's teachers going on strike or schools shutting. So I don't know what that is. But then the schools do shut, don't they, in the summer holidays? It's more than that. School children. I'm getting the 27th, the 26th and the 28th. Big world announcements. I've been saying this for a while. It's like it's taken me to the brink of it all. And it's like a cliffhanger, like edge on the seat. And then it all goes away. It all goes away. I'm saying, without even touching the crystal ball, I'm saying naval ships going out to sea. And they're not just doing it with fire, they're doing it with land as well. I'm going to ask about Turkey. Technology we do not know. Technology that we have literally no idea about. That always reminds us of like Armageddon. Or it always reminds us of like, Atlantis. But he's saving her. And there's the different gods in the background. And it's going to come, I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but what I'm saying to you is that's where we are at now. An attack on man and woman. What God created. That's the water coming in, the natural water. I was talking to a taxi driver on Wednesday, and he says the next thing is they'll be charging me for the air we breathe. And I actually thought that myself. But it's going to be all right. It's biblical times that we're living in, and we have to stand strong. You could pick many stories out of that, couldn't you? You really, really could. But what I'm getting tonight is that's a horned god. It's not Satan. It's like a Norse god or something. And he's standing there behind him saying, "Come on then, son. How are you, son?" Like a Geordie there. "Wake up, man. Stand up to it all. Sort it out." And there's the feminine god. She's worried about and she's looking over her. And there's the reflection in the pool. It's Odin, the Norse god. There's a reflection in the pool. A reflection of reality. There's the sun. What's going on with the sun? There's all the symbolism. I don't know who she is, but there's an angel. And angel, alien. There's a triangle there. Are we going to have contact? I'm going to look at this. Look at the little lily in the pond. Life is still going on, even though they'll never stop it, you know. And this is just a design, but there's loads of different designs out there. It's an attack on masculine as well, not just feminine. You know, it's just like, you know, pure feminine, pure masculine. But the lilies and the growth will still be there, the greenery. It's down to man to sort this out. Whatever they try. You've got to have the yin and the yang. And that's, even in gay relationships, you have the yin and the yang. The twin flame energy. It's acceptance but whatever happens, you can't change man and you can't change woman. It's all creation. There's going to be an uprising in childbirth, new techniques, and the younger generation coming now into their years of having children, they're going to demand that they want it a certain way, or they want it this way and that way, you know. And it's like every generation becomes more ascended. Everything's about natural medicine. Everything's about natural medicine. But it's like the angel there. It's like they're putting flow into the cup, and it's flow of energy. Okay. The land is lush and nourished, and it reminds us of that song. One of my favourite artists, she's called Anuka. She's an Ukrainian artist, and she sings a song called Time. Check it out on YouTube. Oh my God. And the video is so haunting. It's so haunting. And obviously she recorded the song before everything what happened in Ukraine. But it sort of shows you what New Earth's about. And I love that song. It's called Time by Anuka. Anuka. Onuka. Are we going to get... Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that thing, wasn't I? Was there really... Let me get a coffee. How do I word this? You see, just spit it out. It's Jed. Was there really alien beings what landed in that guy's back garden in Vegas? We're going back to natural medicine. And medicine's going to change as well, by the way. And I've said this a long, long time ago. Technology, AI technology, is going to overtake Big Pharma into the future. Remember the world, I see it, it's going to be like sort of very divided. You've got like the crystal grid, which people are living in. And then you've got New Earth. And then you've got like the out of all like the different races of star races. But this piece... Even to the fact, I predict way on, I don't know how far, there'll be no borders. We'll have peace on earth, we'll have heaven on earth, but we've got a bit to go yet. It's been a draconian system for a long time, but it takes people's ideas to put it into the system. It's not just about these government politicians. Breaking. Trump just informed that he's been indicted by Biden. I said that, didn't I? I said that would happen again. Dear me. Off-world, yes, definitely. They're already here, but I believe that there was a visitation. But I don't know if it's all true. That what they do is that they mix stuff up and put true information in with not true information. But I do believe something did happen in Vegas, yes. They can't just dissolve this document into nothing. It's all corruption, isn't it? It's awful. Come, Lord Jesus, protect and repel all the fiery darts that are being thrown at him, and may your karma come back. Let's pull some cards out on Trump. Kash Patel is a cutie. I laugh at some of these comments from the Brits, you know. Some of these comments from the Brits in Twitch is just hilarious. TV is shite these days. Yeah, that's funny. Well, it is, isn't it? Right, okay. Well, I said they were trying to do that. I said they'll try and arrest him and everything. Do you know what I mean? They'll try all of this. They'll even try and imprison him. But there's a big twist at the end of it all, guys. All right? And I want to say it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. But there's different timelines to it. But everything always comes out in the wash in the end. All right? So we've got the King of Rods. That's another Republican coming out with things or to say some truth. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. There's Biden. But look what's coming out here. What's happening around Trump? The illusion card. Sometimes you have to just let things play out for it all to unfold. Illusion. Now that's a very deep card. Mystery and illusion. Raise your vibrations. It's a spiritual war that we're in. It's like she's praying to the moon there, isn't she? I think that this full moon this June's going to be a corker. Surrender Moon. I love that song, Surrender Moon. Remember that song by Tina Arena? We've got the Justice here. And there's been a lot of injustice which has been taking place. A corker. What's a corker? A big one. A shocking one. It's just like a British thing. A lot of injustice. But that is justice coming in. So where there's information coming out that side, there's more information to come out the other side, because they're just digging. And it's just going to expose more what they're doing in the end. There's the Mastery card. Sometimes you have to let things go really, really toxic before things all come out. Let's pull some more cards out. There's a big twist, a big plot of a twist in the end of all of this. What goes around comes around. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. 2 rules. You can't have 2 rules. The same rule works with the other side as well. Let's have a look. It's like a proper witch hunt, isn't it? And it's all a show. Witch hunt show. 9 of Swords there. Movie show. All like dressed up on the surface. Like 9, that's and 9 September. As you notice, there's no timing when you're doing the cards. There's no timing, you can't take it away. So 9. It's not going to be 9 years, for God's sake. It's going to be the 9th month, September. But I think this month is going to be explosive. July's going to be a corker. June's going to be a corker. But that's what's actually happening at the minute. There's a lot of deceit and lies. A lot of deceit. Ken Paula, I think there's going to be 3 indictments too. I'll have a look. But that is just... But look at that. We've got like Stonehenge and that. And we've got the unicorn. And we've got the full moon. Let's see what's going to happen in June. Like the full moon into June. Let's say there's going to be a 3rd indictment. June moon. What's the lyrics to Surrender Moon? I'm being given that from A to I for the collective. Okay, so it's going to get really nasty, guys. It's going to get really nasty what they're going to do to him. He's tough. He's iron of steel, this man. Do you know what I mean? The 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, 7 months, court. When would that take with 2? Court situation. Or there's something what is so different by 7 months from now. It's going to spin around. So we'd say June, July, August, September, October, November, December, end of the year. He's tough as nails. There's the Justice, the Chariot. Dark side, light side. But I've said this all the way along. They're going to try this. They're going to try and arrest him. They're going to try and imprison him. I've said this all the way along. I said this 2 years ago. People go, no, that isn't saying I was being nasty. But I've seen it. But he's a hard man to take down. He's like Muhammad Ali. He's like ducking and diving, and he's like Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Ooh. I've seen like military police type of thing. Like military police, I'm just saying it. Again, that doesn't mean it's a definite, but I've been like shown different timelines there, so possibly watch for that. Military, that's like the military police card coming out. Well, nobody exactly. He must have an aura of steel. Mind you, I have looked into his aura. Let's have a look into his aura. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got pinholes in there. Do you know what I mean? It's like people have they've probably tried magic stuff on him and everything, you know. I bet there was people doing stuff to him magically, you know. There was black magic going on then, you know. There really was. I witnessed it on Twitter. The night of the election, there was like all this sort of foreign, I don't even know what kind of foreign language it was, because I know a bit of Arabic. It didn't even look like that. It was weird, and it was all coming up on Twitter, and it was all curses towards him. It was something really, really weird. But now it's going to be different the next time, because if you can make it that long, like, but the manipulation's not going to be the same on there, because whatever you think of Musk, he's gone and then he's like combing it through. They're not going to be able to do it on there now. Do you know what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune here. Anything is possible. It's too early to tell. But it looks like he's running, and they're panicking and they don't want him to run. But there's something around him. He does have a big one stuck in his back. It needs pulled out. But Biden's got them as well. Biden's got them all over his aura as well. He's got holes in his aura. But I want to say some people are very heavily protected by witchcraft. You know, like certain people, or certain people who are into it. You know, like I mean. And I'm not talking about just doing little white spells. I'm talking about real heebie-jeebie stuff here. Do you know what I mean? He's got some warrior protection around him. And that was another reason why he went to the UK round the coronation, or just before. Yeah, like blood magic, yeah. Somebody said that he wasn't in the Masonic Lodge, but I think he is. I think he is into the Masonic Lodge. And people say the Masonic Lodge is dark, but it's not all dark. You know, they know a lot of stuff. But he was going, there was some magic ritual. He had to be there with his feet on that ground, because he went to Scotland, then he went to Ireland, and while Biden wasn't, and he was in the US, he went there for a reason. There was something going on. I don't know if it was his higher self, or there was something else going on. He was told to go there for protection. You know, when they were trying to arrest him, then he had to go back to the US and be interviewed. But there was something magically going on that round about that time. Beady little black eyes. It crack us up sometimes, these comments. I used to have rats. No, I don't think Trump's a German. I think he's from Scottish background. I think his mother was from the Isles of something. My dad knows all about it, because my dad used to live up in... My dad used to have this job when he lived in Inverness, my dad, and he used to drive the blind van around the different isles, and it was was like a library. And he used to go on to the little Mullen Kintyre and all of that. And the Isle of where his mother came from. Excuse me. Excuse me. And all the locals loved him on this isle, and I can't think what it was. At this certain little island. I've been fine, Johnny. Oh, Trump's dad was German, his mother was Scottish. Well, I think he's very connected to the UK, Trump. I think he's more connected to Scotland than he is to Isle of Mull. Or the Isle of Lewis. The Isle of Lewis. I'm constantly protecting myself, and I just think there's so much negative energy out there, do you know what I mean? And I try not to feed into it, like, you know, what happened to that poor man, that poor doctor. And then you've got other ones, like Dr. Death, who seem to get away with stuff. He's at peace, you know, and he's still doing his great work on the other side. Dr. Bashar. Trump went to the UK and Scotland and Ireland for a different reason, and he was shaking hands with St. Columbus people and stuff like that. There was something else going on. Oh yeah. Well, he not, because he's been protected by the ones what did that to Bashar. But there is such a thing called justice, and true justice is coming. I'm getting that song, Peace on Earth, Goodwill to Men. What's it? That's a, what was I going to say? Christmas song, isn't it? We've got the peace card here. We've got Truth Will Come. And I get a very King Arthur's energy there. King Arthur's energy. Something, he had his feet on the ground for a reason. Now, that does not mean that he's going to be president again. Sometimes people know what they're doing, and sometimes it's the higher selves and they don't know what they're doing. But you never know. But there's something magical or something. I felt it really strong. There was something else going on while he went there. And it may never come out. It's just what I'm getting. King Arthur's sword. There's the English land. It's Hark the Herald Angels Sing. That was it. I was going to... A2I was giving me the lyrics to Sorrento Moon. Sorrento Moon, Tina Arena. Lyrics. Yeah, I love this song. Right, this is a message for the collective for this summer. All right, and this is what we need to do. I'm not going to sing because you'll start laughing. All right. I sang your praises daily, and we let ourselves get swept away. It's true, baby, we have heaven in our hands for days. You wait a long time for something wild to take you somewhere, and all I needed was to fly. It's a long way from paradise to ordinary. Picture us just smiling there, we didn't have a care. And I remember how it all came true. It was all so tender, and I was lost with you by the sweet Sorrento moon. Stars don't burn that brightly. Every season surely slips away. But you, baby, you're the reason why I chose to stay. You wait a long time to find your dream and hold on to it. All I needed was to fly. It is a long way from innocence to understanding. A picture of a child at play is how I feel today. So we've got to find the child within, haven't we? And I remember La Luna de Sorrento, how it all came true. La Luna de Sorrento. It was oh so tender. I was lost with you. Interesting. Great song. Sorrento moon is this full moon, this June. It's going to be the power of the warlords, the power of the black magic, witches and wizards. And it's going to, in the Satanists, but it's also going to be the power, listen to this, the power of the light workers of earth, the power of the white craft, the white witchcraft, the druids. You know, you kitchen little witches out there, you little, you know, whatever you're into, healers, raise that vibration. White witches unite. And that means guys can be them too. So it's the rise. It's going to be very powerful this moon. 7 federal charges. They'll try all sorts. You, baby, we held heaven in our hands today. Hey. There he is. It takes a long time from innocence to understanding. Got the world. When a woman makes a big announcements, there's going to be shocks to come. She's a Republican woman, I believe, or unless she's independent. But it's going to bring everything out. What should it? There's going to be a lot of arguments on television about this, and it's going to bring everything out. What should have come out with the Durham report and other things, but it's all going to come out back to front. India's going to be next with something, and I don't know why I'm getting that. So, targeting areas, but some of it's natural, some of it's not. And I've said this before, there's an Indian guy in politics over in India there's going to be like a storm with him. He's like a great truth seeker. Watch for him rising. They're mad about BRICS messing with India, yeah. Well, there's going to be problems there. I'm saying it. They've just had a 3-train crash, haven't they? Let's go back to. We'll have a break in a minute, and I'm going to ask again. And then we're going to look into the crystal ball after the break, and then we're going to do some raising the vibration. Okay, so there is a cover-up on Earth, and they are here. They're already here. The different types of extraterrestrials. But I wouldn't worry about it. It's man you've got to be careful of. You get good and bad with man, you get good and bad with the other as well. And if anybody's out there what's saying that there's no bad aliens, that they're just bullshitting, because you get good and bad in every race. Do you know what I mean? But the way I see it at the minute, it's man who's more the problem than the star races. And I think them guys, what they witnessed, I believe that they possibly could have been a form of a reptilian, but I don't get they were a bad one. I'm not getting it. I actually think they got a bit of a shock. Manipulation of man's the problem. It's man who's going to cause more problems on Earth, not star races. Now, my mother disagrees with this because my mum and dad were in the secret, military, in the Cold War. My mum and dad could tell you some really crazy things what happened in there. And they keep saying it's going to be aliens, what's going to be the next WW. But how do you look at this? I think they're already here. I think they're in different government organisations. You know what I mean? And I don't believe you really don't know who you're walking down the street past. Yeah, my dad's seen UFOs, my mum's seen them. So we're sharing a planet with reptilians, guys, basically. In a nutshell, we're sharing a planet with different types of reptilians and different types of star races. And don't think for 1 minute that all reptilians are bad, because they're not. You get good and bad. But I want to say, before I go on to my break, that the shit is going to hit the fan. And you've got the Five of Swords, you've got the Five of Rods. It's about to erupt. But what we need to do is, we need to keep calm, carry on, keep grounded, keep looking after our friends and our families, and all right, standing aligned so we're not feeding into the panic. Because this is what's taking place on this planet at the minute. It's karma, and we're playing a part of it as well, because all souls one soul. We're all the same. We're just squashed into little bodies. So the more we raise the vibrations and be aware, and don't always think you've got to be bullied to do something that you don't want to do. Stand in strength is coming through very strong. But it's going to sort itself out, but there's karmic taking place. So even these warmongers, they'll be on their own karmic journey as well. It's like the judgment card, isn't it? But what's taking place behind the scenes? Above all these controllers, there is new laws being written. And they're neither bad nor they're good. As long as I don't have to deal with people like Data from Star Trek. That's funny. Well, they're walking amongst us as well. Don't get me going on synths, because they're already here as well. But there's new laws what's being written. We've got the Three of Pentacles there. And that's for the good of humanity. But we don't see that at the minute. We're just seeing the surface. So where a bad thing will happen, it's to change things, and then good will come out in the end. It's going to get crazy. It really, really is. But let's have a break. I've been on for a couple hours nearly. Or just over an hour, haven't I? Or more than an hour. Let's have a 5-minute break, and then I'm going to look into the crystal ball, global events, and then we're going to raise the vibration and do something, okay? And it's to stop all of this evil, so we're going to try and create light, and I'm going to show you what to do, and you can do this for any time that you need energy. All right, so let's have a 5-minute break. Go make your cuppas or whatever, and get your popcorn or whatever, and I'll be back. Yeah, they're already here, guys. there's more lockdowns to come, or there's more government announcements, that there's more going on than meets the eye. Maybe they don't want me bumping into these creatures on the street. You really don't know, do you? But what I will say is, you could bump into a great big Draco on the street, and then you could bump into somebody who looks just like a normal person, and the normal person could be the one who could be more evil. Just saying. It's they've been here a long, long time. Oh, thank you, May. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of sightings this year. We're going to get a lot of sightings and a lot more strange stuff to happen in the sky. Okay, give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Can you hear me? I am back. Was that long? Was it not too long? I've noticed people have been talking about pizzas. I might make some pizzas this week, Saturday. Do my own pizzas. I love pizza. Anyway, I'm going to look into this crystal ball. I'll just refresh the chat. So I can't see anybody on YouTube yet. Let's get another coffee. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Mary's making rice and marinated chicken. Yeah, pizza's spot on, isn't it? If you get a good pizza, excuse me, you can get horrible pizzas as well. It just depends where you go to, doesn't it? We've got Papa John's over here and it's amazing. I like Papa John's. I normally get that at treat sometimes on a Saturday night, just depends. Especially if we're having like a movie night. I haven't had a movie night for ages. Yeah, but I'm going to make homemade pizza, I think. Fancy doing that. Oh, you'll have to share it on Discord for us, Nettie. Yeah, my oldest son eats a lot of rice and chicken and that because he's on one of them fitness diets, protein and that, and he's gone all muscly. There's not 1 inch of fat on Lucky Boy, there's not. And he's gone all muscle. And he doesn't eat convenience foods at all now. Yeah, I like Papa John's. It's great, isn't it? I'm not a one for Pizza Hut. I've been a few times and I've never been impressed. But then again, I haven't been for a while, so I wouldn't know. But I was a bit spoilt growing up, because my uncle had the Pinocchio Italian restaurant. So, you get all the homemade stuff when you've got somebody in the family who cooks like that. Do you know what I mean? His macaroni cheese was amazing. Anyway, and we've got an Italian cafe just along the road, and he makes the most amazing, all sorts of beautiful things, and delivers. So we're really lucky here. I like Swedish meatballs. I've got this thing about Swedish meatballs at the minute. I love Swedish food. I like trying different types of foods around the world. I like Japanese food. I'm very much into Japanese food. I love sushi. What else do I like? I like all Asian food. Oh, Swedish meatballs are the business. But I'm a plain lass. I can be like a bangers and mash, you know what I mean? Just a bangers and mash lass as well, do you know what I mean? I like a burger now and then, I've stopped eating Matty D's. But if I do go there, I get the veggie burger. Not the vegan one, that's horrible. But the vegan one, the veggie one's nice. Lebanese food, I've heard that's really nice, yeah. I can cook Indian food from scratch. So I can make a mean curry meal, I must admit. I'm fine tonight. I know I sound croaky, but I'm absolutely fine. Do I look okay? I'm absolutely fine. All right. Arabic food's it's just the business. All right, I haven't eaten much French food. I do like French bread and cheese. I like cheese and stuff like that. But I haven't had much French food in my life. Greek's supposed to be nice as well, isn't it? Greek's nice. The best food I've had around the world, I went to Barbados and it was absolutely the business. Oh my God, that place, it's expensive to get there, but once you get there, it's cheap as chips. The steaks, the you can drink the water straight from the tap because it comes from the mountain. My God, the apple pies, oh my God, they were like that deep. Do you know what I mean? It's like deep south food, but it's amazing. The chicken and everything. It's just absolutely amazing. The people are amazing. I could have stayed there actually. It was so lovely. Very magical island. So Queen Wanda's French and she doesn't like French cuisine. That's so funny. Yeah, so I would imagine I would like southern food. Yeah, I really would. Possibly, yeah. Black puddings are okay. It's okay. I like haggis. You know, you're getting up into the Highlands and that, you can get all the haggis. It's nice, but not everybody likes it. But spag balls, nice, things like that, shepherd's pie, you know, just all the plain, just homely food. And you eat a lot of fish, don't you, in Iceland, don't you, Bjorn? I would presume, or is it the same as the UK? Yeah, I think I would be all right with the southern food in the USA, like, definitely so. I don't know if I could get away with Mexican food. My daughter-in-law, she cooks a lot of that because Luke likes that for a treat. They like things hot. I know Debbie in the audience, she lives on the borders in Texas near there, and she's grown up with like Mexican food. But I'm not one for too hot. Do you know what I mean? But I like an Indian. But you can get like the kormas and the different kinds of curries. We will always get on to talking about food, don't we? Because it's nice, isn't it? I like fish. I really do like fish, and but I can't eat shellfish. I'm severely allergic. Well, I've got to have one of them pens, with a severe allergy to crab or lobster. Even though I like it, I can't have it. Yeah. I've never tried cornbread, so I really would like to try it. We don't have it over here. I presume I would like it. I don't like crab cakes. They're absolutely disgusting. Something is happening to your computer after the break. What's happening? And I've got a very sweet tooth as well. I like cookies and cakes and stuff like that. And do you now know that chocolate's a superfood now? The higher the cocoa content, it's an antioxidant which is good for your body, especially like dark chocolate. I've never tried cornbread. Fried green tomatoes and peach cobbler. Wow. I like egg and chips, Jilly. Just egg and chips with bread and butter. No batter. Beans on toast, you know what I mean? I'm just, depends what mood I'm in. And in fact, I just like food, to be fair. Of course, we're a big one over here for our Sunday roasts, you know what I mean? And our Yorkshire puddings and stuff like that. I like Irish food. Bacon and cabbage. Right, let's get started before we start sharing bloody recipes and stuff like that, and it changes into a recipe channel. But I would definitely recommend, if you ever get the chance, get yourselves to Barbados. It's the most magical island ever. Okay. Right, so we're going to have a pretty crazy few weeks. I'm going to concentrate on June. Now remember, I can't ask the ball. It's just scrying. All right, I want to send healing and blessings out to Ukraine again. There's going to be some more problems. It's the people what's getting hurt, you know what I mean? It's the public. Well, I don't know why I'm seeing Napoleon in this crystal ball. That is so weird. I don't even know the history about it. But was that to do with the French Revolution? I'm seeing Napoleon in this crystal ball. So that's like a sign. Jed's given word. It's going to mean something. I'm seeing burning infernos. Good God. Burning infernos. Tower blocks. Where's that? And a big factory with some smoke near a big factory. And yes, it's real events, but question mark. It could be like something like that then, couldn't it, Hazeltine, like a French thing? Question mark how it's happened. Like Notre Dame, that was a strange one. In fact, I want to say question everything now. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. Definitely. There's going to be a shortage of rice, and I don't know where I'm getting that. And again, there's different timelines. But trade's going to be massively affected over the next 18 months. Could come in before then. And I want to see restrictions on trade. So, like a trade war. A trade war. And that's what is coming in. Because there's a new system. I've been saying this for a while. It's like happening and it's changing behind the scenes. I said this after Brexit, this would happen. And this is something else I'm seeing which is really, really strange. I'm seeing a seahorse. They have the myths and them of them up in Inverness in Scotland, the Kelties, the sea Kelties. I don't know why I'm seeing them. Really weird. Maybe there's more going on in the seas than we know. Also big investigations to do with the plane. Watch for that coming out. Talking about planes, I'm seeing it looks hot and it looks like it's in an Asian place, like an Indian place, and everyone's trapped in an airport, and I see masks and it's hot and they can't get off the ground. They're stranded. It's like planes are coming to a halt. I'm also seeing 2 big volcanoes what could take an eruption this year. And I know this sounds awful what I'm saying, but I'm also seeing a tsunami. Maldives, Indian area, Indian Ocean. Like a fisherman village place. Warning. Could be into the end of the year, into the later on in the year. But it doesn't look like it's cold there, so it's somewhere tropical. Big news coming in with the Prime Minister of Australia. In New Zealand and Australia making trade deals. There's going to be a stall on trade. Because when it all takes place, it's going off on one end, but it's also going off at the other end in the Middle East. I'm going to give you some numbers here, guys. I'm getting 21, 20, 24, 17. Number 7 could be also July. Yemen. Problems in Yemen. Midnight warning. Midnight warning. The pollen's very high over here, guys. That's why I'm croaky. Saudi Arabia making a deal it's like they're revving up for something, aren't they? Announcements coming around Trump. We need to watch the clouds, and I don't know why I'm getting that. We need to watch the clouds. What is blood pudding? Black pudding? It's pig's blood. And it's barley and different things, and they mush it together and you can fry it. And there's white pudding as well. It's got barley in and different herbs and that and spices. It's about gold and trade, and I see a quick exit of President Biden. It's coming out in this crystal ball really strong tonight. I don't know why I'm getting the smell of blueberries right up my nose. When are they normally come into fruit? Blueberries? Don't know why I'm getting that. Oh, it's like a strange noise outside. What the fuck? It's a low-flying plane. I don't live far from the airport. That was very low, that. How many people in this audience tonight think it's creepy, the streets now, to go out late at night? It's not like it used to be, is it? Certainly not. Why am I seeing people getting their fingerprints scanned at airports? I don't know how long I'm looking on here. Not everybody, but quite a lot of people getting their fingerprints scanned at airports. Maybe that's that mark thing I was talking about, the code. Blueberries and walnuts are the highest. Oh yeah. End of summer, the fall. Big revelations, big changes to come in. 3 big world announcements. 26, 24. Number 10. Number 11. I want to say that silver's going to rise. It's not often I get stuff on trade. I'm not an expert, but I'll see when it's going to rise and when it's going to drop. It's going to rise. Not everybody can afford to buy it, but do you know what I mean? I've got this most exquisite, my mother's just given us it, and it's a little trinket box, and it's from the 60s. It's like really retro, and it's got like a rose on the top, and it's silver, solid silver, for putting like your jewellery in on your dressing table, and I've got it. I'll have to show you, I'll show you it when I next come online. It's beautiful. So I've got silver bits of jewellery and stuff like that, but I haven't bought blocks of it, you know what I mean? But if people are into that, I would definitely recommend buy it now before it rises. It's coming in very strong. And going on about currency and stuff like that, I've always said this, where there's going to be like a drop, then it's going to flip up again. It's called a dead cat bounce, isn't it? I'm saying something like that. And it's around about that time something's taking a transition. So to do with the gold back coin and stuff like that. Trade. There could be a crash in the market. There could be a crash in the market. Putin's definitely up to something. There's going to be some controversy over a set of islands, and I don't know what that is. Could that be Taiwan? Because Taiwan's just one island, isn't it? But there's a controversy over a set of islands. Watch for that coming out. And I don't know why I'm seeing Musk's face. It's coming out really strong, and it's something to do with the new technology. And he's going to be arguing with people about it. I don't know if it's connected with the islands or it's all coming out around about the same time. I remember everyone's playing their part. I'm saying emergency broadcasting system, but it's not like what people are talking about. This is to do with somewhere like on an island. Or is it like hooters going off? It could be hurricane warning thing. There's a lot of crazy weather to come. There really, really is. And I'm seeing floods and floods around Florida. So for people who are living around that area, just take care. And California, there's more floods, horrendous floods to come. The man-made ones in China, all right. No, I don't see it that. Might be, but this is something around the other side of the world. It's not near that area. Interesting. This is so bizarre. I mean, the stuff I see in this bowl is crazy. It's just they've chucked it in random. A new kitchen appliance, what's going to be out of this world. And it's got like a futuristic edge about it. Everybody's going to be wanting one. A new kitchen appliance, what's really fast. So I don't know what that is. I would need to read for you properly, Jamie. Bless you. You might be just going through some sort of midlife crisis, Jamie. I would need to sit properly with you to have a proper reading. But I'll do personal next week for you all, and then I'll look into it properly for you. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of crazy weather this year. I don't feel Canada's out the woods yet. I see a lot of protests. I don't know why I'm being shown Napoleon. Maybe it's something to do with the French Revolution. Spirit's trying to tell me something there. And I'm also seeing Lincoln smirking and smiling. And George Washington. So there's a big twist there. Where the flag could change. And I've said this for a while to do with Canada. In the USA as well. So whatever's taking place in Canada, there's a deeper thing going on behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? It's terrible. It's terrible, David. Marching protests. Lots of immigration problems, that lots of people trying to get out. I mean, we have this all the time, but this is on a mass scale. People, this is something really serious, what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. But it's happening, and it's happened. When it happens, it's real, but it's not what they're saying how it's happened. I want you to remember that. It's on a different scale to an air fryer. I don't know what it is, Julie. It's something really like a top gadget. Everyone's going to be wanting a one. Quantum cooking? Nobody's talked about quantum cooking. Is that possible? Yeah. So it's something, I would say, we need to question everything, Richard, now. We really, really do. Okay. It's cold and it's wet and it's raining. And it's stormy. And people are trapped. And it's on the television. And there's a pregnant woman and she's needing to get to the hospital. Why am I saying that? And everything's in darkness. Power cuts. stormy weather. You know how I had the crazy weather, and remember that crazy snowstorm? Was it in New York or just outside of New York? Last winter, we've got more crazy stuff like that to come. Maybe it's quantum cooking. Let me have it. I'm going to pull some cards out on that. Could you imagine it? Quantum cooking. Yeah, quantum cooking. Definitely. Oh, lordy. I am a Canadian. We do have helicopters and use big, and that's what first happened over there, Louise. Pregnant women. Oh my God. All right, helicopters are used big water bombers to drop water and firefighting. Well, what's going on land? There's more to it because it's definitely more to it because we've got the deceit card again. Notorious, like, strange stuff's going on land. Deceit. But there will be wildfires around the globe, and I want to send healing and protection out to Australia when they have their summer at the end of the year, depending on where you are. Yeah, I believe it will be safe. Safer than the microwave. Gaia is very, very angry. She's very, very angry. So, like, she's a conscious being, we're a conscious being. So some of this stuff is natural, yes. We just have to try and keep in our space. But there's going to be some crazy bushfires this year in Australia, and I want to send healing and blessings out to the people, the land, the farmers, you know, the wildlife, the kangaroos, the poor little roos, and with the little babies, and the little koala bears, you know, they're so cute. This is why we're going to do a raise in vibration in a minute, all right? Because we've got, even though it's all going on, some of it's happening, but there is some of it's deceit as well, and trickery. There's the sly fox, and there's the snake going up the leg, tricking humanity. Oh, bless you, Caroline. I hope you're okay. Yeah. So I just think we just need to try and keep in our space. We need to try and keep centered. It's coming out very, very strong tonight that we need to do that. I see lots of white bobbing little ships in the sea again. And I've got the tree of life again. So she is needing help. And I keep getting the pine tree. It's going to mean something. The pine tree's coming out. I've got him smiling again, Lincoln and George Washington. And I'm getting the song, We All Live in a Yellow Submarine. It's coming out from Spirit. There's a bridge, and it's connecting that sounds stupid, one piece of land to another, to an island to land, and there could be problems with the bridge. Yeah, we're going to do some grid work. I'm just going to see if I can get any more. And I want to send healing and blessings out to the whales and the dolphins. I'm still seeing this fire and sea, you know, it might have something to do with an oil spillage or something. And that'll be connected with Russia, by the way. That's about it for the night. I do see happy people on a beach, and it looks like, I tell you what it looks like. Remember Baywatch? Remember Baywatch, guys? So there is scorcher of heat to come. It could be over that area. Where was Baywatch filmed? Happy people on the beach. Where was that? California. Okay, and I'm hearing the word shark. Watch out, the big ones are coming in. The sharks are getting cleverer. Don't forget, sharks and floods as well. Floods, I see lots of floods. But sharks are very clever, and they've been here ancient. They survived. Don't forget that the sharks survived the Ice Age. They're very clever. But they're becoming bigger. We've got some Jaws ones out there. People need to be careful. Surfers and that this summer. All right. So I'm going to leave that one there. And lots of roses going to the White House. Lots of flowers. Is it Malibu? The great white sharks. Right, okay, well, that area, they need to be careful from now onwards through the summer. And then, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, there's some sort of frequency wave of something. And it could even cause like typhoons and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But some of it is natural. It's not all. Fallen rocks again in Italy. Watch for big news coming in with the Vatican. Lots of roses around the White House. I'm going to leave that one with you for the night. It's coming through really, really strong. The Rose Garden, I ever got about that. Maybe it's big announcements. But I've seen like people laying flowers down. Keep calm and carry on, as we say in Britain. Keep calm and carry on. Right, let's dim the lights, because it's getting on. It's 25 to 2. And I do need me hot chocolate. Do you know what I mean? Let's wrap my cards up. Yeah, well, it could be big news and around that area then. Let's put my cards away for the night. Betty buys. Right, I'm going to turn the lights down. Right. How can we do this? I'm going to use my crystal ball as a transmitter. I've not got the shades on yet. I'm just going to go with it. Right, I want you to all sort of visually that we're joining hands around the world, okay? If you want to participate, if you don't want to, you can just sit back and listen. But this is to raise the vibration from the planet. So imagine we're all together and we're sitting in this huge global circle. Right? Okay. And I want you to imagine, you can do this and shut your eyes if you want, that we're all in this big circle, and in the middle of the circle there's loads of flowers. Heaps of flowers, like a flower garden. Okay? And I want you to go individually, all ears, and go and pick your own flower. There's every flower from tulips to roses to sunflowers to daisies to magnolias, just every type of flower, different colour roses, lilies. And go and pick your own individual flower. I'm just going to talk in some light language, okay? Close your eyes, get comfortable. So we're all sitting around in a circle, and there's this massive flower garden in the middle of it. Okay. Shilai koe mashio ma ishalimi wuma okoma ito. This is my higher self, talking in light language. It's not channeling. Lance's picked orange hibiscus. I've got a sunflower. Okay, so when you've picked your flowers, go back and sit in the circle. You might want to smell it. This is coming in from God's garden, from Gaia's garden. Nice and relax. I know the big daisies are lovely, aren't they? And the smell is amazing. And the smell of all the flowers is surrounding you, and it's giving you healing. And it's going all the way down from the top of your head. And it's protecting around your crown chakra. So you're breathing in this flower. Breathe in, hold for the count of 3. And breathe out. You're just releasing all the negativity. Nice and relaxed. Feel this smell of the flowers, and it's going all the way around your crown chakra. Around all your aura. Nice and relaxed. And you feel really content. Keep breathing in. Hold for the count of 3 and breathe out. Nice and relaxed. Breathe in again. Hold for the count of 3 and breathe out. And the smell of the flowers is going all the way up your nose, and it's got like an enzyme in which is taking away all the pain out your body, all the inflammation. It's got like a nice tranquilizer energy, so you all have a good night's sleep. Remember, this is timeless. And you're breathing it in and out, this cleansing flower energy. And it's like quite dawn, and we're sitting around, and the sun's starting to come up. Give us a 5-5 when you can see the sun. This beautiful golden sun. Nice and relaxed. It's taking away all your daily worries. It's getting rid of all the negative energy, all the entities and energies. It's taking away all the negative karmic codes, popping them off you. And that the whole area is filled with beautiful flowers. And it's just picking off all the dead energy, what shouldn't be on you. You might want to visualize your animals are with you, or your loved ones, and we're all laughing and joking. And the sun's coming up over the horizon. It's morning. And when you can see the sun in the horizon, the golden sun, this is the sun how it used to look. And you, Dawn Rose, Julie, that's beautiful. Give me a yes or a no. Or just say 5-5. There's no pollen in this place, where we are in a higher place where there's no pollen in God's garden. Nice and relaxed. The sun's getting bigger and bigger, and it's coming right the way over the top of it, and it's like a golden ball of yellow light, like a diamond. The golden sun, and it's warming your crown chakra. You feel this lovely heat. Remember, even though I'm talking to you now through this computer, the 4D, isn't it 4D? It's not 3D. We are working out of a dimension. We are working out of linear time. We are using our higher selves. And this golden light is trickling all the way down. It's taking away all the tension out of your scalp. Nice and relaxed. It's your time for to be relaxed. It's going into all your neck, the muscles in your neck and your shoulders. Okay. Now I want you to imagine, I've done use of this exercise before, where you've got wings and they're in between your shoulder blades, and you can pop them out and pull them back in. You can pop them out behind your shoulder blades and they'll start unfolding. And then you can pull them back in like a stretching exercise. You can do this. I want you to imagine that you've got this energy in between, behind both wings of your shoulders, and it's starting to build up, and you can feel them popping through the skin and they're poking out, and you're pulling them right out, and you feel really stretched. Stretch them out. Stretch your wings right out, and some of you are flapping them. I can see some of you flapping them, and you've got fluff coming out of them, and you're clearing them, pulling the wings right out. Some of you have got different colour wings. Some of you have got beautiful shades in them. You can do this for relaxation and for realignment. I'm just going to talk in some light language and just pull your wings out and give them a good shake. Some of them have got beautiful baby blues and pinks in and golden colours. Some of you have got beautiful black feathers going through different shades of greys and like midnight blue. Nice and relaxed. Now, I'm going to do something extraordinary for you tonight. Remember, you are your own movie maker. Anything is possible. Thought is imagination, but also imagination can switch dimensions. Take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Imagine your wings are stretched right out. You've got pale apple green, very unusual wings, Brigitte. Somebody in the audience tonight's got lots of flaming hot reds and oranges in. Admire your wings and pull them out. Some of you are flying around and getting excited. I want you to come back down onto the ground. Leave your wings out. I want you to imagine that you're starting to shrink. That you're starting to get smaller and smaller, and your wings are going smaller with you. So you're shrinking yourself down. Nice and relaxed. You've still got your wings, so you're going into like little fairies. Shrink your wings and you right down. So you go like Thumbelina, little people. And when you get small, I want you to go into your flower. So now you're standing in your flower and feel the energy on your feet. You're fluttering around. Some of you are bare feet and you can feel the flower. How does it feel? You feel safe. You feel cushioned. Does it feel spongy, bouncing around in the flower? So now this circle of we've all gone into our flowers. And we're like little fairies with our wings. Some of these are resting down and rolling around, and I'm on my sunflower and it's very comfortable. It's like a lovely mattress. Some of these are like cushioned and wanting to go to sleep, and you're curled up in roses. How does it feel? Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. That the sun's coming over the top of where And the sun's getting bigger and bigger. And she's burning down onto it. And you're standing up on your flower. Tell us when you're all standing up on your flower. This is not how your sun you would thought it would be. The sun starts to open. And I've got Ra here. You gotta be as you be. All children of earth, listen carefully. Raise the vibration, take my light. He's thrown all the balls of light to you from the sun, like golden popsicles. And you're carrying your golden balls. It's not hot. As it's flying through to you, he's thrown it. It's like warm little tender golden jelly balls that you've got in your hand. It's like light, balls of light. Give us a 5-5 if you can see this and you're holding it, standing in your flower. Everything is frequency, everything is energy. You need to understand. We need to transmit this out. We need to throw this up and out. We need to put love into this light. We need to hold this light. Children of Earth, you are all special. You are frequency changers. Each and every one of you are frequency changers. You are frequency. You are light. Hold the light in your hand and tell me how it feels. Some of you may feel warmth, energy, and love. And as you're holding your balls of light in your hand, some of you are fluttering around and you've got your balls of light in your hand. You are taking bits of it for yourself, and you're allowed to do that. Take what you need from that light for yourself, for your children, for your family. Hold back what you need. Take time. You need to take what you can for you, and then we are going to put the rest around the globe. This light will heal you from within. It will protect your family, your friends, your loved ones, your pets. Any pain, any suffering, this light will protect you against all evil. No harm can come to you. It will mend your broken pain. It will heal your broken hearts. This is love. This is love and light. Feel the joy. Feel the high vibration. Give us a 5-5 when you feel you have taken the light for yourself. Don't feel guilty if you want to take a lot, because this light is endless. It will grow again. You can take as much as you want. There's no ending. There's no start. Love has been here for eternity, and it will never die. There is much love, so much love in the galaxy for each and every one of you. You can access this. You are light. Some of you have suffered and drained and been unwell. Take your light, and this will replenish your auras, your physical, your rainbow, your outer aura. When you are ready, I want you all to hold your light balls. Take time. I'm going to chant in some light language. Hiramo koyamo hiramo. Hiramo komo. Cinnamon. Komami, Tani Katoa, I will. Get ready, guys, and throw your light up into the sky. And when we all throw our light balls, it'll all join together. I'm going to count to 10, and all the light balls in the sky will all join together and then circle around Earth to stop this evil and to raise the vibration to help humanity and animals and Gaia. She needs your love tonight, guys. Don't be sad. Fling the love. 1, 2, nice and relaxed. 3, get ready, guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw your light. The light is all gathering. It's going all the way around Gaia. It's shining. It's circling around Earth. We are sending all our light out, all our love out. It's going from Africa to Europe, all through the USA. It's wiping out all the evil. It's sweeping through Canada. I congratulate you all for participating in this tonight. This is Earth work. You are all beautiful beings of light. We have gathered and done this many times before. Thank you, Ra. Children of Earth, you are magical beings, multidimensional beings. We love you. We come with peace. We come with joy. There is no such thing as aliens coming from sky. As we know, they are interdimensionally traveling. They are already here, and you are them, and we are thus. We are all the same. We all come from God's garden. It is flourishing with life throughout the galaxy. In my time on Earth, we could do this with the great technology. They came, they intercepted, but they will leave. Children of Gaia, we have done this many times before. I am the Sun God. I am here to tell you there is great revelations to take place across your planet. Love is the key. Love is the key. You are love. You are frequency. Frequency can never stay static. You have a darkness within your souls. It will change. Be in joy. Live with your heart. Find your joy. Find your joy in your heart. And this will, every light will all connect. You are in times on Earth where there will be great change take place on your planet. You will witness great change, great revelations. Do not fear. Everything will fall into place at the right time. The universe is within you all. You all can interdimensionally travel. What I have done for you tonight will accelerate your psychic eye, and it will keep you grounded and safe against the tricksters, against the dark energy, against the demons. You have me by your side. You are all love. You are all part as one. We are all part of each other. I come with peace. Goodbye now, children of Earth. This is Ra. Goodbye. Namaste. Thank you, Ra. We'll gather. Start to pull yourself back up, guys. Come out of your flower. I know you just want to lie in your flower. Pull yourself back up. Pull your wings. Start getting taller and taller. And keep your flower by your bed. You can take it back home with you. Some of you are flying around and feeling strong. You can do this exercise anytime you want. It's for good health and for realigning your chakras. Pull your wings out and pull them back in. So you can fold them back in, and you can practice this, and you can pull them back out. Pull them in, pull them out. Do it lying in your bed, practicing and meditation. I'm keeping my sunflower, my beautiful sunflower. Each and every one of you have a flower that you have picked. That is your flower, your spirit flower. We all have a spirit flower. So when I've picked my sunflower tonight, it's representing Ukraine. Some of you have got roses. Work out where they all come from. We are all part as one. We are all God's love. We are all God's love and light. We are love. If you feel the darkness, if you feel the pain, you are allowed, you are human. Remember, when this passes and it comes through, it will not stay static. It will leave. Nothing can stay static. Nothing is solid. And when you realize this, anything is possible. We are living in times where we are being shown that it is solid and that it is definite. But you need to understand that everything is changing on this planet, and everything is frequency and energy, and nothing is forever. We are the magical beings of Gaia, and she loves you, and she says thank you. She weeps tonight. She cries. She loves you all. Yes, man is causing disruption with weaponry and causing fires and destruction. But she also has chakra. She also has an energy what needs protected. We must respect her. We must send her love. And she loves you all. Tomorrow morning, go outside and thank her barefoot, or thank her when you're having your coffee outside. She loves you, and she thanks you for this care and attention tonight. And thank you all. Thank you. You can leave your wings out. You can pull them back in. Let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Namaste. Thank you, Gaia. Oh, Mary, that's lovely. Mary picked from Twitch, has picked a pink rose, represents Mother Mary. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, sweet William for my grandfather. That's so beautiful. Have you enjoyed it tonight, guys? It's been a bit different, hasn't it? I'm going to plant these white roses. That's beautiful. Well, I'm going to try and grow some sunflowers. Every time I've tried to grow them, they don't grow, but I'm going to try them again. Maybe we need to grow a flower of what we've picked. That's a good idea. And we'll get luck. Because we're putting into Gaia what we're giving. That's going to help us again. That's a lucky thing I've been given tonight for yous. I thought I would have gone for a white rose. But for some unknown reason, just She was just there, this big sunflower. She was about that big, like a plate. I was like, okay, I'll have you. What's the Princess Diana rosebush look like? What colour's that, California? I'm in the UK and I don't even know. I've got honeysuckle in my garden. Oh, yeah. Is it white, is it? Princess Diana flower? Maybe we were at the Garden of Eden. I saw the Princess Diana orchard in Singapore when I was there. Lance, did you? The royal garden has created a rose bush for the Princess Diana. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Pink with a yellow hint. Wow. Did you feel it when you were lying in your flower? Because mine felt really comfy. It felt like a lovely spongy mattress. What did it feel like? Some of you looked like you were curling up like little fairies and like cute little Tinkerbells. You were curled up in your flower beds. You didn't want to get out, I know. Mine was really comfy. So you could visualise doing that when you're going to bed at night time. If you were like stressed or whatever, you could velvet and soft. That's brilliant. So it's like a sort of a relaxation technique. You could visualise that when you're going to sleep tonight. We'll do more. You didn't want to get out. Yeah, Mary, you were curled up like a little Tinkerbell, weren't you? Like a little ball of joy. Mine, I was stretched out. I was like lying across my sunflower. She was like a lovely, it was a gorgeous mattress. It was better than that memory foam. I was like that, whoa, right out. It was lovely. It felt good on the spine. Safe. Well, I hope you enjoyed it tonight, guys. I'm off to make a hot chocolate. I think, yes, I'm going to have a hot chocolate and a cookie. And I'll see you soon. Yeah, I've got a normal mattress, but it felt, like better than that. Better than like a memory foam. Wow. And did you enjoy pulling your wings out? What did it feel like to pull your wings out? I developed that technique, and Adam was the first person that I practiced on when he was poorly in hospital that time, and it really helped him to get better. It's good for mental health and for depression and for empowerment. Very powerful, yeah. A lot of people like to flap their wings. Some of them are really flapping them, you know what I mean? Really bringing them out. So we've done, thank you very much for taking part in this great work. And if you like it, don't forget, hit the like and the subscribe, and we'll do more earth grid work. And it's good for self-empowering us as well. You felt the wing and the muscles in them. Wow. Debbie, the red and yellow and black one. Oh, wow. Somebody in the audience tonight had the most exquisite. They look like royal blue wings. Midnight blue. With little bits of looked like blackened, but it was midnight blue and then royal blue. Shiny wings, and they were huge. Don't know who that was. Do you like doing it? Well, we can do it weekly if you want. If you like it, we can do the flower beds, and we'll be doing podcasts on it actually, because we can do podcasts now on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing all sorts of stuff like that. That's good. I'm glad he's enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, I think, Johnny, I think you had all sorts of different colours in yours. You definitely had purple in them. But we can do more wing stuff and flower stuff, and it's all about empowerment. But remember, if you're doing healing yourself, you've always got to make sure you're all right before you start giving it out. That's why Ra gave you take as much light as you want for yourself. That's what he said. And then, because then you're more powerful. Does that make sense? I'll see you soon. And may the force be with you all. Actually, Lance, I think it was you with the midnight blue. And the royal blue in your wings. Bits of green as well, yeah. Good night, guys. I don't want to leave you, but I'll have to go. I've been on for 3 hours. It's now 2:08 a.m. and I love you lots. Like I used to say to Paul, like jelly tots. And I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Good night. See you soon.